So I thought about doing a little bit of just like literally every time I sit down to do updates in here, just hop in with my camera, set it up and do it, because there are definitely lots of things that I just sort of do on the fly, or as soon as I know about it, I put it in here. And I want to be able to show you some of that process as well. So I got some more dates for things over the weekend, and I thought I would come in here with some stickers to set that up. So my girls have what's called Clover Kids, which is like a precursor for 4-H. They have that on the 20th. And then into January, the 4th, the 11th, and the 25th, my daughter, my oldest daughter, my middle child, is finally, just kind of put it midway down, is old enough, 4th, the 11th, and the 25th, for like the Park and Rec basketball camp, and she is the least sport-loving kid I know. So I was a little surprised when I asked her if she wanted to do it, and she said yes. I believe it is 4 to 5 p.m. Again, I think my only complaint in years past and still today about the Wonderland222 A6 is that there is not an unstacked weekends option, but I can overlook it because they do have the half-hour time slots here. So I wanted to get her basketball stuff in and their Clover Kids event. I agree to pick him up on Fridays because I don't typically work. Usually only have 3 or 4 hours left to work come Friday. And then I try to take him in 2 days a week. My mom takes them in on Fridays. They don't love riding the bus, but sometimes that is just the way that the cookie crumbles. So Tuesday and Thursday will be bus days for them. And then I will see you guys a little bit later in the week to finish this up. Do I have numbers? Numbers. Maybe I can't get the numbers out of here. Okay. There we go. And then my, work late days and something out of the ordinary. I almost never have anything at work going on Friday, but I do have a Zoom meeting that I have to be at. So there we go. I'll see you again next time we catch up in here. All right, back here on filming this on a Wednesday. Seeing if there, nope, this is Thursday morning actually. Seeing if there are other things to add to our planner here. I'm just making a note. I don't know that it actually matters, but getting up today, it is 5 below 0 outside, which is like super cold for this time of year. That's a memory worth worth saving, even if it's not necessarily a good one. I just still think things like that are noteworthy. This is, I was supposed to note that day for a permit he needs to renew. There was something else I wanted to come in here. Oh, so this day, I don't have a oh, I was going to need to put this in here for yesterday. There's a med refill that I wanted to keep track of. Then, oh, also, I got, oh, should I was sort of keeping track of how often I got gas on the monthlies. Monthlies are so tiny though. Do I have room to do that? That's where we'll do it in December, because that's where I did it all year. And I guess we'll just sort of go from there to see if that ends up being the best option. I thought that there was, I don't have a good, especially with these, I was trying to do something that would be like, so the day after Christmas is a holiday for me, a paid holiday for me. So I have 3 days off paid in a row for Christmas. It is not for my husband. I always note it as a day off of my own. And I shouldn't say obvious because not everyone has Christmas off, but like I'm very aware that Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are full holidays in our house. So, oh, and then I was going to note here, my kiddos, a school that, so I've shared that I'm a social worker and I travel around and I cover a few different counties. One of the school districts that I spend a whole lot of my time in, they have this whole week off. So the Friday the 19th is their last day of school before break. So I'd be curious to know when your break starts or what that looks like for your kiddos wherever you are. My kiddos go to school, they go to school the day before Christmas Eve. It's an early out, but they do have school. Out. So they had, in previous years, some early outs were 2 hours early and some were 1 hour early, depending, right? So like conferences was always, I think, 1 hour early. And then, you know, like other stuff was 2 hours early. And so it was really confusing. And now every early out is 2 hours early. But I still feel like out at 1:15 is shorter than writing 2 hour early out. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But so that is what I wanted to add for right now. I have where did the car go? Cargo, huh? Sorry. This is, put that there. Yeah, and I think for today, that's all that I needed to add to the prescription, or to the prescription. I was thinking of writing on here. That is all that I need to add for today. So see you again tomorrow, potentially, or next time we jump in here. Hello. Next day up on here. So this is how, and this is why I struggle a little bit with like planning content, because I literally, so I'm filming this literally. Okay. It's December 6th. And so first of all, I should have turned the camera on sooner because I came in here and added some stuff, right? Like, I'm going to add some Christmas stuff and then did some details. But anyway, I'm here at the end of December and I'm just making notes of stuff that have come up since. So like, I certainly am not a week at a time planner. I am throw it all in here, set it all up, get things stickered out for a ways, and then I can add stuff as they come up. I don't know what I want to put here. That's like our Christmas Eve. We go to my aunt's house for Christmas Eve every year. We were talking about this. There used to be like Christmas with my grandparents, and then my grandparents moved into a like small trailer, and there wasn't room for them to host anymore. My grandparents had 9 kids, 24 grandkids, and so they would have moved to town when I was like 10 almost, 8 or 9. So, and I'm on the younger end of the grandkids, so like there were a lot of grandkids, and then a lot of the 9 children were already, you know, doing their own like family things, right? Like they were having adult kids and starting to have grandkids by that time. And so the big family thing just became less. But this particular aunt is the one that my mom is closest to. This is the sibling that she's closest to. And so we have been going to her house for Christmas Eve ever since. And then obviously now I have kids. And she buys for my kids, as does her daughter-in-law, I guess. So we do that Christmas Eve. I'm not going to put anything on here yet for Christmas Day. I don't know what specifically any of this is going to look like yet. Like I think I said when I set this up, I was trying some different timelines here to see, because I really thought I needed the later stuff. But I'm like, honestly, I don't have very much stuff that goes late. And so I think especially in this planner, obviously I wrote, you know, the 24-hour timeline, and then the, you know, military time, and then just like changed the, you know, from military time to whatever this is, and kept it there. I think I can get away with keeping this bottom space open for other stuff. If I have an evening appointment, I can put it down in the bottom. It's not a big deal. I'm going to show you what else I set up in here. So I started last night I came in and decided I was going to do Christmas cards. I haven't done any in a couple years. I actually do a letter. And so I got the idea from a cousin of mine, and just kind of a play on words, but hers is a little bit of a play on words, but using their last name. And so I am doing like Duff Digest, and then I do some pictures of my kids and some updates on what everybody's doing. Anyway, so I started a list of who I'm sending those to and receiving them from. And then I have medication refill tracking. And so I'm just starting to do some stuff back here that might be helpful. This again will be, as I'm actually working in my B6 Just Scribble weekly duo and setting up stuff in there, I started to move to, you know, what things could I put in here that would be a little bit more on the go, so I would have it handier, because this definitely will be in my purse. This may be coming in my purse. It'll just kind of depend probably on the day and where I'm going, but this is like always with me because it's teeny weeny. And so I think, I mean, that's kind of this week, everything that we've jumped in to do. I don't think I have anything else. I feel like I'm missing something here, but I don't think I have anything else like specific besides work, which I don't really put work stuff in here unless it impacts stuff like errands on lunch and like working late. And, you know, I don't typically have a timed anything on Fridays. So that's why those things are in there. But otherwise, I don't think I have anything else to add in here at this point. And my monthly is all set up. I think we're going caroling that day. Is that when my mom said they were going caroling? All right. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was this day. We used to go caroling all the time when my grandparents were alive, and then when they got sicker, my mom's family started to hate each other, and so then we did different kinds of caroling. Anyway, I think that's kind of where we're at for the week, just getting more stuff set up in here, and as you can see, like, my planning isn't super neat or very real, very messy, very whatever in here, and totally okay with that. Ooh. This day. What color do I want to make it? This is what I have a hard time doing. It's like to come in here and be colorful, but I'm not very good at color coordinating things. So, was it at 12? Did I not write that down? Where is, shoot. Gotta check something. My kids do in our school for like a lot of years. The kindergartners have been doing this thing. They do apple stand in the fall, cocoa stand over the winter, and Valentine stand maybe in the, you know, Valentine time frame. And they like do all the marketing stuff. They make commercials. They buy the teachers buy the stuff, and then people from the community can come in. The different classes come in. Parents come in. So like apple stand, they had apple cider or apple juice, and then they had like, you could make almost like an apple sundae, so like a dish of cut up apples. There was caramel, there was whipped cream, there were sprinkles, there were cherries, whatever. Anyway, and it's free will donation, and the kids, like the kindergartners, work the apple stand. And now it's cocoa stand, so sort of, you know, as you can imagine. I don't know, I haven't been there yet, but hot cocoa with whatever you get to go with it. So they work the different parts of it. They learn about serving people and how they order it. And like I said, they do the commercials for it. And then it's a free will donation, and all of the money goes to, there's a different charity each time. So then the kids are involved in giving the money to the thing. Like the last one was, I think it's called Jared Boxes. I think that's what the apple stand went to. Yeah, because this is going to something different. So that's boxes. It's like a nonprofit who puts together boxes of things, comfy things, fun things for kiddos who are in the hospital. So like then they got to like take the items and go and donate them or whatever to the hospital. So they actually get to see like what happens at the end of, you know, their project, right? And doing that to help other people. Anyway, so the last time she was there and working, I had, my state staff was observing me doing a home visit. So I need to get that on my calendar so I can make sure I can go in. That's the next time that she is working at the stand. So I think that is what I have for this week, and this is just kind of how I come in here and do a little bit at a time. And normally I do it, you know, sitting in my recliner or what have you, or at my kitchen table usually as I get all my pens out. But I've been trying to come downstairs and put it on the camera so you can just kind of see. It's a little bit at a time. It's not a week, you know, I'm filled up for, I haven't been trying to stay out of the weeklies for next year. I have birthdays in there, big school events or work events, you know, father-daughter dance. I did put a couple, what was the other thing I was just thinking? Oh, I did go in, I've got some stickers, and so I did put some like, you know, hello month stickers at the beginning of the month, some holiday stickers like from a mini set that I got on Amazon. I had it in my cart, like, because I had just been browsing and my husband ordered something, so I didn't choose to buy it. He sent it. Anyway, so I've just been using some of those because they're pretty mini stickers. I did these vellums. Where did I get these? I think I just designed my own on Canva and printed them on vellum paper. And I got these put in here. And I did this last time. I did it and I loved it. And then it does this, right? It does the thing where you can kind of see where you're inserting the stuff into the binding or whatever. So I remembered why I didn't go too far ahead, but I did stop it. I think I put July in, right? I didn't put August in, though. So a little bit more than halfway through the year, and it's just fun. It's just cute. I cut February too small by the time I was trying to get it even to line it up, whatever. It's fine. It's messy here, and we're okay with that. So thanks, guys, for watching. Happy Planmas Day 6. Is it the 6th? And we will, yeah, the 6th. And we'll see you next time. Bye.